Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie, and it's 5 Sip Friday in Maupin, Oregon.
Today's 5-sip sample sent to us by our friend, Joe Nott.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you so much, Joe. If this is your first time joining us, we check out the nose, take 5 sips, try and guess what it is. Could be any kind of whiskey. Let's get right to it. Ooh.
I got hints of cherry, a lot of oak, some caramel and vanilla. All the good stuff.
Good stuff. I'm going to say caramel apple.
I like it. Let's do this. Cheers. Let's start the weekend.
Sip 1.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh, I do too.
What's interesting? It's not smoky in like a campfire smokiness, but there's just a lot of spice and flavor mixed in with that caramel and vanilla.
Yes.
Ooh, it's yummy.
Tons of spice. Dare I say rye spice. Ooh, that caramel apple's coming through though.
And I have
Interesting.
a hint of bubble gum. I don't know what's with me lately in bubble gum, but just a little hint of some stale bubble gum.
Wow. I'm going to sip 2, yeah?
Yep, let's do it.
There's that vanilla you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. That cherry, it's a nice cherry note in there.
Yep, that's the fruit and some cinnamon. A little bit of rye grain though.
Do you think?
I'm finding rye on this, but the weird thing is that there's a bitterness along with it, which makes me think. At first I thought well aged, and now I'm thinking because there's so much grain that I'm getting that maybe it's not. This is gonna be a tricky one.
I'm not feeling a rye on this one, but we're only on sip 2, so let's explore sip 3 a bit.
Let's keep it up.
She sure doesn't drink warm, but she's got a little bit of a lingering heat to it. My finish is a lot of vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla and some bitter oak, dark burnt sugar, too, because it's not like a lingering overall sweetness. The vanilla is sweet, but the brown sugar is more like a burnt caramel or something like that. Wow.
To me, this tastes like bourbon.
Huh. To me, this tastes like rye, but I can't. There's no familiar like tones popping out of this. This is interesting. Sip 4, is that what we're on?
Sip 4.
Let's get right to it.
To me, the flavors don't shift too much from sip to sip.
Yeah, they're pretty consistent once you've got your notes, although we're not giving the same notes.
No, and now I would dare say it's a bit more strawberry than cherry. And you're going caramel apple, so we're all over the board.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much proof here. Because the heat it shows up and then it's gone and then it just settles in. I don't think there's that much heat. We'll check it out again on sip 5 and see what we find.
Yeah, let's do this. There's a little licorice note to it.
Red or black?
Black.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, a little bit of spice, but to me it doesn't drink like a rye. But that's not saying that that's not. I'm gonna go bourbon. I'm gonna go 107.
Okay.
I think it's from a major distillery. I do not think it's craft. I do not think it's finished.
Okay.
But I don't know where I'm gonna go with my final answer, so you can go and then I'll maybe chime in at the end.
Well, this is reminding me of a couple of different whiskeys that we've tried lately. This is reminding me a little bit of that Wheelhorse rye. It's reminding me a little bit of the Kentucky Owl Wiseman rye. Maybe even a little bit of a Wild Turkey 101. I probably couldn't pick any one of those out of a lineup. In fact, I'm confident that I couldn't. But this has got that same sort of pedigree. That's what I'm getting here. I'm going to go 101 proof rye. I have no idea what it is. I don't think it's finished, but that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to say, for lack of a better idea, I'll say it's Wild Turkey 101 rye.
So I'm just gonna go real crazy on this one, and I don't remember what this tastes like at all, but for some reason while you were talking, I was thinking Old 55, so it's not what that is, but I'm gonna go crazy and say Old 55.
You're going Old 55, 107 proof bourbon.
Yeah, is that a thing? Probably not.
Sure, and I'm gonna say Wild Turkey 101 rye.
Oh my gosh, we're on completely opposite ends, and one of us has to get something.
Well, we got a little sample note here, a little sample key. Let's find out what we got.
Perfect.
Oh, I ripped it. I ripped it almost immediately. Oh, come on.
The weight is killing me.
I really need a knife or something.
I think you're gonna be right with the rye.
You think?
Yeah, I hate when you're right. New Rift Malted Rye, 6-year, 100% rye, bottled in bond, 100 proof. I
So-
was way off today.
That's interesting because I thought it was pretty well aged with the bitterness. It gave
Yeah.
me that impression. Right there on proof,
Yeah.
and it's a rye. New Riff I never would have guessed. I actually, every time I taste New Riff rye, it tastes different to me. Sometimes I get intense spice, other times I get a lot of vanilla sweetness, so
I got a lot
That's
of brown
interesting.
sugar on that one. Gosh, maybe it's just New Riff in general. Like, it does not taste like a rye to me.
it is always a fun ride.
I was.
You weren't that far off on proof.
Yeah. Well, you were closer, I think.
Yeah, well, I said 101, so we were.
Oh, you did say 101.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
dang
like
it.
I'm on a roll here
you
on
got
Five Ship
101,
Friday.
you got rye.
Hey,
Cheers.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Well, thank you so much, Joe Nott, for this tremendous sample.
Joe!
That's another name that you're going to see a couple times this season as he sent us several items. And let us know, what do you think about New Riff? What do you think about Maupin, Oregon?
It's beautiful.
Right?
And join us next Friday. We'll be somewhere else.
And from wherever we are,
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. I was way off.
you're right about the brown sugar now.